Ladies and gentlemen, this pro 155-pound fight is for the Strike Hard title. Please welcome out of the blue corner. His record stands at 12 wins, 6 losses. His height, 6 foot 2 inches. His weight, 155 pounds. He trains with Indie Boxing and Grappling out of Indianapolis, Indiana. His name is Sean Fallon.
Look at the length on him. Giant hands,
And
too.
fighting out of the red corner. His record is 12 wins, 10 losses. His height is 5 foot 8 inches. His weight, 155 pounds. He trains with Core Combat in Louisville. His hometown is Whittier, California. Please make welcome Ruben Bad Boy Warr.
Definitely
Cody
the tale
Easton
of
will
two
be your
different body
referee
types
for this
tonight.
title fight.
Yeah, you got a distance runner versus a power lifter. Yep.
Absolutely. Anxious to get our main event underway tonight. Mr. Cody Easton is the referee for the main event. Getting the cage door locked now. They seem to struggle with that door a little bit tonight.
Had some problems with it, you're right.
So they finally get it locked. Mr. Cody checks with both fighters, going to clap his hands, and now they're taking the center of the ring as they check hands and begin to start.
Fallon's moving forward, huh?
Yeah. Fallon has seemed to already have forgot anything from the last fight and is just beginning to attack.
Looks like you tried to invite him to the ground right there.
And Fallon is coming out of his comfort zone and moving forward and punching. And, you know, he's got that length, and he doesn't seem to be using it. He's getting into mid-range and throwing punches.
Ruben now with some knees to the thighs of Fallon as he has him pressed up against the cage.
Trying to play that position game right now.
Yeah.
Impose his will, wear the other guy down by carrying his weight.
Yeah, you know, the thing that impresses me about Ruben is something outside of the cage. You know, he's so proud to be a father to his children.
Yeah, it's a great thing.
Yeah.
Good job by Fallon to twist that back around.
Yeah, Fallon, like we had talked about, he freezes his opponent. And right now, that's what he's doing. He's deceivingly strong.
I know that it doesn't seem like a whole lot is going on right now, but there is a massive chess match
At 100%.
going on that we're not seeing. Ruben seems to be focusing on that left thigh of Fallon, and over time, if he continues to rain punches and knees on that thigh, it's going to play a role in this fight.
Look at Fallon breathing. He's just breathing. He's breathing.
Well, you say he's focused on that left thigh. It's a good job because you have to take what your guy gives you. You know, it's just like in football. If somebody puts 9 men on the line, you have to pass. Same thing. He's giving you the leg. You have to take it.
Ruben looks a little frustrated. He looked at his corner and threw his hands up like, "Hey man, I gotta create a little space here, and I'm having some issues."
He was adamant about the fact that a win's not all he wants. He wants a finish.
Both fighters have
this
said
is
that.
not where they're in to get a finish right here. So he doesn't like where he's at.
Yeah, as a referee, I'm thinking that he's gonna have to kind of separate these guys.
Cody is definitely taking a look at these two fighters, watching closely to see if he needs to create some space and let them go. Right now, it is just see who can push the other fighter. Ruben now with a pretty good little fight with an uppercut to the belly, back to that left thigh.
It's a real hard fight to judge right now, and if I'm the ref, I might do a little restart.
Ruben, though, was doing a good job creating just a little space to get that uppercut to the body in there.
There it is. There it is. Ruben went not for a takedown, but kind of got a good position on his legs in order to change the arm position of Sean and
heavy
back
kick.
out.
Like you're saying, I like to see Fallon right there throw a little bit more on that jab. Look to hurt the guy with the jab, but look to land that too.
When you get the type of
There it is.
There we go. Ruben immediately tried to go for a takedown and then spun him into the cage.
And, you know, the ground is where Fallon wants to be. So I'm not sure leading with some punches like that is a bad thing.
No, it's a great idea. You come in with hard punches, you make the guy respect you. Look what happened. Ruben tried to take him down immediately.
You know, with that distance, or with the reach that Fallon has, you know, a lot of times you'll see guys take their hands off of their body and close the distance. And you give up a little bit of power, but you get to touch your opponent a little bit more. Like,
nice kick.
Yes.
Both fighters doing a lot of kicks to the legs tonight. If this fight does go all 5 rounds, that will play a role.
This is only a 3-round fight, isn't
Is
it?
it?
It's a title fight.
I know, but I thought for some reason I thought it was a 3.
I'm surprised that Fallon. He's pushing the pace, and Ruben,
Yeah.
I thought for sure would be moving forward.
Yeah, good job right there. So you pushing the pace in a close fight. That's going to win you the round.
Well, he's in the dominant position, and he's taken center cage most of the fight.
Look at the focus on Fallon. Look at the eyes on him. Just looking to counter. Looking to counter. He should have threw a jab right there.
With a minute left to go in this fight, what do these guys need to do to win this round? What should each one of these guys need to finish with?
Both guys need to be trying to get off first. That's the main thing. Whoever gets off first kind of winning the round.
Look at Fallon coming in with the three-punch combo.
That's how you win a fight. By
Absolutely.
getting off first. People always talking about it, but it works, you know. Unless you're a phenomenal counterpuncher, which this is not really these guys' forte.
Fallon checked the kick. Now Ruben gets him and presses him up against the cage. Fallon trying to spin Ruben now against the cage, delivers a body to the abdominal section of Ruben Warr.
Well, here, Ruben knows that that Sean isn't as comfortable standing as
Yeah.
he is. So you're almost better off eating a few punches and waiting for a window and coming with a heavy
He
punch.
tried to do with a spinning back fist
He
and got him with the elbow.
Got him with the elbow.
Now
Sean's
trying to-
taking some chances in there.
I love it.
Yeah.
Sean reaching for the guillotine, only half-hearted trying.
Those
At
are
the
real
end
good.
of round 1, how frustrating does it have to be for Ruben that he wants to stand up, yet Fallon is giving him all he wanted this first round?
I think it's going to be confusing to him because he thought if I
He's-
keep this on my feet, there's no way I lose.
He's 100% confused.
Yeah, he doesn't know
Yeah.
exactly. So
Yeah.
that was a very close round and tough round to call in my
It's
opinion.
going to be a hard round to
hard
score
fight,
for
I
these
bet.
guys to judge.
Yeah, Ruben, I think what he needs to do is he needs to set up that power punch. You know, he missed it a couple times because he was leading with it, and it's something that he might have to sneak in.
I
Yeah.
do believe, score-wise, I would give that first round to Fallon just because Fallon will seem to push the pace a little more and stay in the dominant position most of the time.
I feel like against the fence, they both had their moments where they would lead, kind of. But at the end of the day, position is only one part of it. I talked about that earlier. It's more about damage. I felt like really neither one did too much, but it was. I thought Fallon did some good things there. I felt Ruben did some good things as well.
It's not an
Very
easy,
close round.
yeah, not an easy round to judge, but I'm leaning towards Fallon on that first round.
Round number 2, Cody Eason calls both fighters to the middle and getting ready to have them square off in this. Fallon getting some last-minute suggestions and coaching from his corner now as they begin to start round number 2. 5 minutes in this round.
Good kick.
Outside leg kick by Fallon. Trying for a second when Ruben Warr steps
Yeah, I
out
think
of the
Ruben
way.
Warr's a little frustrated, but he's trying to figure this puzzle out.
The good thing about Sean Fallon is if he wants, he can come forward with reckless abandonment, throw hard punches and kicks, and if you get taken down, he doesn't care.
I think I'd be using that to my advantage. if I
Oh,
were-
100%. I'd be throwing nothing but hard punches.
Ruben
Oh,
Warr.
good body kick by Fallon to
Ruben
Ruben.
Warr is coming with some heavy.
Yeah, but he's just
Heavy right
he's
hands.
just a few inches
I was
away.
about
from
to say, Fallon doing a good job staying just out of arm's reach.
Yes.
Good outside leg kick by Fallon. Fallon being a little bit more aggressive this round at this point. 1 minute into round number 2. A lot of leg kicks being thrown by both fighters. You know, I'm noticing that neither fighter is doing a whole lot to check these leg kicks.
You know, I think Ruben mentioned it was 3 rounds in our interview with him, Chris.
I think so. I think it
you're
is
right.
a 3-round
I think you're
fight.
correct. I think that was one of his complaints. He wanted it 5.
Well, now at this point, he may be rethinking that decision of hoping for 5, right?
Well, he's going to have to step on the gas a little bit.
You know, Fallon now with a takedown into guard, but it looks like Ruben doing a good job pushing himself back to try to scramble.
Looking to get that
Arm
switch-type
posted
position,
up.
Yeah.
Well, we're
Now
going to
go
see.
for a guillotine. Let's
Fallon,
go with that right away.
Fallon trying to suck those legs to him to get Ruben's back on the mat. Ruben doing a good job using the cage and his arm to post up to try to get those hips
Fallon
loose.
is taking his time, getting his breaths in.
Yeah, being smart about this.
Yeah,
He's
being
making
smart
the other
about the
guy
positioning.
wear himself out a little bit. Ruben's in the position right now where he's going to have to spend a little bit more energy as opposed to Fallon. So
Ruben now
strategically-
reaching in and grabbing Fallon's leg to try to move.
Fallon
Trying to
stands up.
Yeah, but he's positioned to a better place to get the takedown.
Now these takedowns, I mean, the judges are remembering that. So, in a close round, that could be the deciding factor.
Absolutely.
Well, how many times have we seen a fighter at the end of the round just do a takedown, just try to get extra points
Yes.
on that?
Well, in a close round, sometimes that's all you have to go on.
Ruben now with a single leg, have both hands locked together, trying to get Fallon up.
Now, the
He's going to be
problem
spending a lot of energy getting Fallon up.
problem here is going to be a little bit shorter. We talked about that. He's going to, yeah. It's going to
See-
be hard to lift Fallon from
Yeah.
that position. He's a lot taller.
Would have to get his hands down lower
Well,
to
he'd have
be able to do that.
drop his hips and really stand up with it.
Every time, though, if you noticed, every time that Ruben goes to reach for that leg, Fallon begins to reach for that neck to try to lock in that
Yeah.
that guillotine.
And you know who else has noticed that? It's Ruben. He doesn't like that. So
Well, here, Ruben's getting nickel and dimed at a time, and he's got to take a risk. He's got to take a chance.
yeah. I mean, what you talked about earlier, how Fallon has an ability a lot of times to lull people into sleep in a way.
Ruben now with Fallon up and a
With
pretty
his
big
own takedown.
slam.
And
Very good.
Fallon
is
already
really
riding
good.
those legs and hips high to try to look for a triangle of some sort.
I think Fallon is looking to climb that cage. Oh,
Trying to get that rubber guard in there. He's been very effective with that. He's able to land some elbows to the head many times.
well, we got a minute 15 left, and
This fight's going very different than the
yeah,
first one, is it not?
It's methodical and slow. Yeah, Ruben was chasing him in the last fight.
So now Fallon what he needs to do.
Oh,
good
man,
sweep
a
by
good
Sean
sweep
Fallon.
by Fallon.
He's got to be careful. Sean has very long arms, very good dart choke.
Oh,
it
he's
is.
got that
This
choke in pretty good.
There
could
it
be
is.
it. This could be
He
it right
is
here.
twisting. He's trying to sink it in. Let's see if
And
now he can pull it off.
This is what Sean
This
has been
is-
looking for
yeah,
the entire
nasty.
fight.
Very
There's
good right
a
now.
lot of time left, and
If
you know
he
what?
can hip that over, if he can breathe on, if he can hip that over, if he can hook that leg and finish his dart.
And you know what? You can kill your arms on this move
Yeah,
too.
but Sean's pretty smart about this. He doesn't waste a lot of his energy when
Ruben's doing a pretty good job staying calm, though, at this point.
He's out of it.
He's out of it, and now Fallon has found himself back in full guard now.
landing elbows or landing strikes. See now,
Ruben is-
although Ruben Warr was able to get on top there,
Yeah, it
he
took
lost
a
that
lot
battle.
out
of him.
He took
'cause-
damage and he was in the darts position. So
Oh, now. A lot of energy expended by both fighters at the
Yeah.
end of that round.
but I think that was a very good round for Sean Fallon.
I think
right
Sean
there.
Fallon stole it. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean it was a very close round right there, but he had a great submission attempt, and then he landed some elbows towards him.
I was
You,
surprised
you
Sean
don't
got
think,
out of that.
You don't think seeing Ruben in the round on top is
No.
going to play in these
Not if
referees'
you're
minds?
Not a
you're-
smart judge.
Not if you're getting hit. You know what I mean? If all things are even, nobody's landing anything. Yes.
Yeah.
However, there he was getting hit with some elbows. He was in a very close to being submitted move.
Anything can happen when a fight goes to the judges.
Yeah,
guys.
Right.
I think we've all learned that.
but an educated judge would see that Fallon won that round. Now, was it a dominant round? No, but
No.
he won that round, and Ruben has got to put it together, take a couple chances because
He
you know,
could be down 2-0.
He could be down 2-0.
he
right.
could be down 2-0. And if I'm Fallon,
I'm
Fallon
pouring it
is-
on,
he's-
actually.
you gotta
have
pour it
to.
on.
You got to start with the heavy punches because
Yes.
you know this guy's coming at you right now. And that leaves a hole and an opening for you to
Well,
finish the
Fallon's
fight.
corner just looked at him and said, go get him.
yeah, and as Eric and I had talked earlier, they look at finishes. When they look at your record,
yes.
yeah, that's a part of it.
And I'm sorry, it was Ruben's corner that looked at Ruben and said, go get him.
Okay.
So I look for Ruben to spend this last round doing his best to push hard.
Fallon coming out first, though. Punches, kicks.
Fallon has done a good job with his stand-up in this fight and being the aggressor.
Oh, good uppercut
Nice
right there.
uppercut by Fallon, and you know what? This is where Fallon wants to be. And
think Fallon's happy with spending the next 4 minutes on his back trying to submit Ruben Warr.
Well, not only is he going to try and submit him, he's going to try and land some strikes from this position. That's a very difficult position for Ruben Warr right there because you can't lift your head up, you can't do much.
He's getting his breathing disrupted as well.
Yeah.
It's amazing how quickly Fallon pulls that leg up into rubber guard as soon as he gets down there.
It's the first thing he's trying to do is get in this position right here where he can be landing punches and the other guy's not able to do much.
Yeah, I've talked to a couple guys that Fallon has fought, and they said what the most surprising thing of fighting Sean is his squeeze.
Now, right now, you look at Ruben. He's in position, but he's kind of getting hit. He's not really doing any damage. Okay, now he's able to.
He's delivering some punches now to the body.
He's not doing it. He's not creating the amount of offense that.
He's got to posture up a little bit to be able to do a whole lot punching-wise from this position.
Sean is back to where he wants
back
to
to where
be.
he wants to go. He's trying to keep that leg this time.
This is where Sean's most comfortable.
And now, look, he's there. He's landing some punches.
He's
landing little
looking to
small
transition
things.
to that Darce again.
Now, and like, is he doing much damage? No, but the other guy's not doing any damage.
It's not
so
allowing
He
him.
can't do anything.
I know he can't do anything, but I'm
It's
just saying.
not allowing him to.
Right.
Yeah, but whoever's doing the most damage, in my opinion, is winning the fight. I don't care if you're on top or bottom.
I think Ruben's got to back out, get it back to its feet, get the
It's a
fight
good
back
idea.
to its feet.
I mean, because every time he gets his takedown, the exact same thing's happening.
Fallon now trying to scramble, get his back to the cage.
I mean, he can sit here and talk about position, but he's not doing much with it.
Yeah, position's a great thing if you use it to do some damage. If you don't, then it's just position.
Fallon looking to stand up here.
Yeah. I mean, he has done well on his feet this fight.
He has. He's posted up on that arm now into the sitting position. Ruben Warr trying to suck those legs and hips back to him.
Ruben is really just trying to hold him in position. He's not really trying to advance. He's not trying to finish the guy.
For somebody that wanted this fight on his feet, he wouldn't look too happy to get back on his feet.
Ruben is frustrated.
Good punch there by Fallon.
Fallon moving forward with
Good
1-2. Ruben back to the ground.
But like I said, you have
Now
to
we're
do
back
something.
to that rubber guard.
You have to do something when you get it to the ground. It
And
only works
Fallon
if
doing a good job controlling Ruben from the bottom.
Absolutely.
2 minutes left, a little over 2 minutes to go in round number 3.
Yeah,
This
Sean.
is the final round.
Yeah, Sean Fallon just
Good
casually
reversal.
asking for how
Once
much
again-
time is left, and someone from the audience
Oh,
yelled.
good. Oh, he's got it
He
tight.
does have a pretty good choke, but both guys
Something
being
big.
so sweaty, it's going to be hard to finish that.
Look at Fallon putting it on him. Look at Fallon putting it on him.
I mean, I really haven't seen Ruben land many meaningful strikes.
We haven't
Oh,
seen
that
this
was a
type of
pretty good
pressure
right
coming
hand by
from Sean.
Fallon, but Sean is swallowing him up with a bevy of punches.
Yeah.
You know, if you look at the two fighters, Ruben Warr definitely looks like the more winded fighter at this moment.
Without it, I bet he's definitely glad he's not doing a 5-round fight at this point.
Absolutely. Fallon doing a good job. He's trying to reach for that neck, but Ruben doing a good job keeping everything tight. Now,
It's Coach Pat McPherson.
Yeah,
It looks like Ruben's cut.
McPherson. You're
Ruben's
asking Pat McPherson is telling his fighter, who's better on the ground, at least in Sean's mind,
Okay.
to take the fight,
to get himself
to
back
get him
up.
stand him back up.
And I agree with him. He's landing good things on his feet. Why would he not? Ruben's not really proven to me that he can land anything on his feet.
Less than a minute to go in round number 3. This could be the telling part of the fight as these two guys now enter the end of this. Ruben needs to do something. He needs to get a little,
Absolutely.
I don't want to say desperate, but he needs to up
Yeah,
the
he's
ante
got-
and go
I
hard.
would
He's
say
got to take a
desperate.
chance. He's got to take a chance.
You can't just stay laying on your opponent hoping that something happens.
And,
He
you know-
needs to do everything to begin to rain punches down.
And you know what? Fallon's done an excellent job of sweeping him several times. Even if they're not landing fully, he's throwing Ruben off where he can't be comfortable in this position.
I don't.
Just like that right there. He didn't get the submission. But look at these.
Man,
The elbows are being landed by
Ruben
one.
is Fallon is delivering more damage from the bottom than Ruben has all night on the top.
Couldn't agree more. Look at those elbows he's landing right there. I mean,
Elbow
Ruben
after elbow.
is able to land a few punches to the body. That's it. I think you have to give this fight to Sean Fallon.
10 seconds to go. The tale of this fight is totally different than the one of last fight.
Wow. Good fight right there. Good fight.
Well, Fallon wanted more,
Ruben Warr
and
seems
he's
to
signifying that he got the
be, he
belt.
is gone. Yeah, Ruben Warr has some swelling under his right eye and is sitting there gasping a little bit. Anxious to see how this, if
Fallon is congratulating him. Ruben isn't real happy with how this fight went.
I'm anxious to see how the judges scored this fight, though. I think that we should know the winner, but when you leave it in the hands of the judges, you just never know. Looking at the replay that we're seeing, man, Fallon did a great job with his stand-up moving forward.
Yeah, I think he got a little bit too comfortable with that being on his back. So depending on how the judges see it, they might see that he's Fallon is Fallon is winning because he's on top.
No.
Ruben
was on
winning.
top. Yeah.
Well, the judges now are handing the scorecards to our announcer tonight, Lance Green. We should find out the decision shortly. Looks like they're double-checking to make sure that the scores are correct, tallying it up.
Yeah, I don't think Sean got touched.
It be like that sometimes.
Sean over here talking to us. Now let's go to Mr. Lance Green to get the decision for tonight.
Fans, what a great fight tonight for the Pro 155 title. Please give these warriors a hand. After 3 rounds of 5 grueling minutes, the referees have come to a unanimous decision. Your new 155-pound title holder from the blue corner, Sean
That's fair.
Fallon!
That's correct decision.
Yeah, when you're on top, you have to be doing damage. You can't just lay on tap, lay and pray. Those days are over with.
I think Ruben was confused. Because Sean is traditionally a ground fighter, wants to take everything to the ground, and he was walking forward and throwing punches, which is something I don't think Ruben expected.
Congratulations on a fantastic, grueling fight right there. Avenge your only loss in your last 11 fights. How you feeling, brother?
Let's go. I'm so pumped, man. Had so much help from this. Great promotion. Man, I really didn't feel like I fought to my potential the last time. Tough dude, Ruben Warr. Wow, man, tough dude. I was pushing in spots, looking for the finish, but we got that win, baby. Let's go.
It seemed to me on your feet, you seem to be a lot better, more confident. Is that something you and your camp worked on?
Man, I feel like sometimes I've had lackadaisical starts and fights, and people think they're just going to walk right through me sometimes when they look at certain film. And nah, I'm not playing that anymore. Coming forward with the strikes and just doing my best out there, but backing up and leave my chin up did me no service, and we cleaned that up, and here we are. And
Sean, you've won 10 out of your last 11 fight. What else do you have to do to get to the next level? I mean, is just waiting for the phone call, are you not?
I like to think so. I'm doing what I can. I'm fighting the toughest opponents that have been available within the area. Lots of great guys out there, lots of great guys. And it's really tough and super competitive at 155. To think I put together a nice little resume, that's warranted, but if I have to do a couple, we'll do it. But yeah, Bellator, UFC, 1FC, holler at me, please. I've been working for this my whole adult life, 10 years now, and I got a great group of guys. Got like an all-star team, in my opinion. We're not that well known yet, but give us some time.
Sean Fallon, congratulations. Can't wait to see you fight again. Good job tonight, son. Thank you.
Thank you.